Were you supposed to do the even for the first 3 pages? Okay, so let's go over your work. Now, solving systems of equations. You have, hurry up. You have 3 outcomes, right? It could intersect at exactly 1 point. But you could have exactly 1 point, 2 lines intersect. And then you've got parallel lines, right? Then you have parallel lines. If you have parallel lines, what's your solution? They don't intersect at all, so there's no solution. And then you could have the same line. If it's the same line, what's your solution? Infinitely many. Okay. Number 2. We have a y solved for. So we're going to take what y is solved for, substitute it in to the other y in the other equation. So I have negative 4x plus 5. Quiet, guys. I'm going to substitute in parentheses for y equals 12. My y is negative 4x plus 12. Huh? It's in the extra copies bin, algebra 1. Okay, I have to distribute the 5. So I get negative 4x. 5 times negative 4x is negative 20x. 5 times 12 is 60. Combined like terms. See, I have a negative 4x, negative 20x gives me negative 24x plus 60. Quiet. Watch the language. Minus 60 from both sides. Yes, Trevor. Wait till Bird comes back. Guys, quiet. Negative 24x equals negative 48. Divide both sides by negative 24. So x is going to equal, stop, Matthew, put it all back, 2. Okay, now we got to figure out what y is. Put it all back. I'm going to choose the top one. Hey, what is with the talking? Stop. Stop, Chris. Back. Underneath the TV. Okay, so I have y. I'm going to choose y equals negative 4x plus 12. We know that x is 2. So negative 4 times 2 plus 12. I get negative 8 plus 12, which is positive 4. So they intersect at 1 point. when my x is 2 and my y is 4. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, number 4. We have y solved for negative 3x plus 8. So I'm going to substitute it in for y in the top one. So I have negative 9x minus 3. I'm going to substitute in for y equals negative 24. Guys, quiet down. My y is negative 3x plus 8. I have to distribute the negative 3. I have negative 9x. Negative 3 times negative 3x is a positive 9x. Positive 9x. Negative 3 times positive 8 minus 24. Let's see, let's combine some like terms. Negative 9x, positive 9x is actually 0. They cancel out. So I end up with, I get negative 24 equals negative 24. Okay, my variables go away. So what kind of solution do I have here? When I get the same number that equals the same number, I mean, infinitely many, good. It's the same line. What if I got a untrue statement, like 0 equal negative 24? No solution, good. All right, number 6. Y equals 5x plus 19. I'm going to substitute it in for y. So I get 6x minus 2 parentheses for my y equals negative 18. My y is 5x plus 19. Okay, I have to just case. I have to distribute the negative 2. Six x minus 2 times 5x is minus 10x. Negative 2 times, ladies, quiet. Negative 2 times positive 19 is negative 38. Combine like terms. 6x and negative 10x is negative 4x minus 38 equals negative 18. Add 38 to both sides. I get negative 4x equals 0.20. Divided by negative 4. So x equals negative 5. Okay, pick an equation. I got to pick the bottom one. Y equals 5x plus 19. My x equals negative 5. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. Plus 19 is negative 6. So my answer is the point intersect at the point negative 5, negative 6. Okay, number 8. I have y equals negative 6x minus 19. So I'm going to substitute it in to the bottom one where the y is. So I get 5x minus 6, parentheses for my y, equals 14. My y is negative 6x minus 16. I have to distribute the negative 6. So I get 5x. Good. Okay, negative 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 96. Combine like terms. 41x. Subtract 96. So I get 41x. Let's see, 4 from 6 is 2. 82? No, 72. Or 82. You're right. Negative 82. Divide by 41. So what does x equal? Negative 2. Okay, pick an equation. Let's pick the top one. Y equals negative 6x minus 16. X is negative 2. Negative 6 times negative 2 minus 16. Positive 12 minus 16. So y is going to equal negative 4. So I get negative 2 comma negative 4. Let's see, number 12. Y equals 6x minus 6. I'm going to plug it in for y in the other equation. So I get parentheses equals negative 2x plus 2. My 6x minus 6. Actually, I don't even need parentheses because it's on the other side of the equal sign. I need to solve for x, so I'm going to get quiet. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides. I don't need these. I'm going to add 2x to both sides. So I get 8x minus 6 equals positive 2. Add 6 to both sides. I get 8x equals 8 divided by 8. So x is going to equal okay, pick one. I'm going to pick the bottom one. See, y equals negative 2x plus 2. I know x equals 1. So I have negative 2 times 1 plus 2. Negative 2 times 1 is just negative 2 plus 2. So y is going to equal 0. So they intersect at the point 1, 0. All right, I'm going to skip 14. It's pretty much the same one. So it's 16. I'll do 16. Let's see. I'm just going to pick the bottom one and substitute it into the top. Again, since my y is on the other side of the equal sign, I'm not going to put it in parentheses. So I have 7x plus 15 equals negative 6x plus 2. Solve for x. I'm going to add 6x to both sides. So I have 13x plus 15 equals 2. Subtract 15 from both sides. I get 13x equals negative 13. What's x going to equal? Negative 1. Okay, pick one. Again, I'm going to pick the bottom. Y equals 7x plus 15. My x is negative 1. So I have negative 7 plus 15, which is positive 8. My answer is negative 1 for x, positive 8 for y. Now 18, I do not have a variable by itself. So I'm going to have to solve for a variable to get it by itself first. Quiet. Quiet. I'm going to choose to solve for x. Why? Why am I choosing the bottom one for x? Yeah, because a variable has a coefficient of 1. Good. So I'm going to subtract 3y from both sides. And I get x equals, now I'm going to put the y term first. Negative 3y minus 12. So now I have a variable to solve for. I use the bottom one, so I'm going to have to pick the top one. So I have negative 4x minus 2y equal 8. And I'm going to have to substitute in x this time. So I get negative 4 times parentheses for the x minus 2y equal 8. And my x is equals negative 3y minus 12. I'm going to distribute the negative 4. Hey, Nimrod, you know you got a quiz on Thursday. Yeah. Negative 4 times negative 3y is positive 12y. Negative 4 times negative 12. Positive 48 minus 2y equals 8. Okay, 12y minus 2y is 10y plus 48 equal 8. Subtract 48 from both sides. 10y equals negative 40. So what's y equal? Yep. Y equals negative 4. Okay, this is a long problem. We have y, we need to find x. So let's go back here. We solve for x over here. I'm pretty confident that that's correct. So I'm going to use x equals negative 3y minus 12. My y is negative 4 minus 12. So what's x going to be? 0. So my point of intersection is 0, comma, negative 4. Which is 22. I'm going to solve for y. I'm going to use the top one. I'm going to solve for y, so I'm going to add x to both sides. So I get y equals x. Okay, it doesn't matter which one I substitute for because they're both the same. I'm going to take what y equals and substitute it in for the bottom one. So I have negative 2x minus 2 parentheses for my y equals 16. My y equals x. I'm going to substitute in x. So I have negative 2x minus 2x equals 16. Combine my like terms. I get negative 4x equals 16. Divide by negative 4. My x equals negative 4. Okay, I'm going to pick the top one here. So I have negative x plus y equals 0. I know that x equals negative 4, so I have negative 4 plus y equals 0. Negative 4 is positive y. And then I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So y is going to equal negative 4. So my answer here, my x is negative 4, and my y is negative 4. Okay, so that leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems to do. Do those 5 problems, turn it in.